Hey, what's up? This is RinKa Plays, and today I'm playing and trying out a game called The Beekeeper's Picnic, a Sherlockian adventure. So let's jump into the new adventure where basically we are Sherlock Holmes and we will be trying to make a surprise picnic for Watson. So this is a point and click adventure, so that's what I like playing.
Well, I was correct in my summation then. This is where the printing press created by the master counterfeiter Prescott was hidden.
There must be 2,000 counterfeit notes here. If all these had entered circulation, the Bank of England would have been severely undermined.
What I don't like immediately is that their mouth movement is not aligned with the voiceover, so that's lame. It would have been nicer than if their mouths would not be moving, but yeah, I guess it does what it does.
Now we only have to wait and catch the bird returning to its nest.
You think this man, Prescott, will return here?
No, he was killed. It is his murderer I need to catch. James Winter, alias Killer Evans, known to have shot 3 men in the States.
Well, if our Wild West friend tries to live up to his nickname, I will be ready for him. I have my revolver.
Good old Watson. Stay where you are, Mr. Evans, if you value your life. You have a gun trained on you, and Scotland Yard will be with us in a few moments. I would advise surrender.
Well, well. I guess you've been one too many for me, Mr. Holmes. Saw through my game, I suppose, and played me for a sucker from the first. Well, sir, I hand it to you. You have me beat, and
Watson! You're not hurt, Watson. For God's sake, say that you are not hurt.
It's nothing, Holmes. It's merely a scratch. Examine for yourself. It's just a flesh wound on my thigh.
Wouldn't call that nothing, right?
You're right. It is quite superficial.
Is Killer Evans?
Yes. A clear case of self-defense on your part, dear fellow. Perhaps it is just as well that it should end this way. If he had killed you, I would not have let him get out of this room alive.
Quite an intro. Okay, didn't expect that to get something like that as an intro.
I do wish you would stop that.
Stop what, precisely?
Ruminating over my injury. You said yourself that it is a flesh wound, quite superficial. I will be back on my feet again in no time. You must stop worrying.
I was doing no such thing. I was considering an entirely different matter.
I may not be a master of observation, but I have known you long enough to think otherwise, my dear fellow.
There must be some way for me to help Watson. Making a close observation of him would be a good place to start.
So, okay, so finally we can start to begin moving. So, close observation. Okay, let's do that. Examine, I guess?
My intimate companion and biographer, Dr. John H. Watson. Shall we see what can be observed about him? I should visit my brain attic afterwards to see what deductions can be made based on my findings.
Watson's leg? Yeah, let's go with that. Examine it.
He was shot in the left thigh. The evidence is mostly gone. His blood-stained trousers have been burned. The bandage is not visible under his clothes. I can tell from the way he sits that it's still causing him some discomfort. He's had quite enough gunshot wounds for one lifetime.
Holmes, you are brooding again. I am touched that you are so affected, deeply touched. But I hate to see you keep berating yourself.
Okay, so we examined the leg. What else? We have a book.
It is a yellowback novel entitled The Lady Detective Makes It Right. There's a picture of a young lady examining a footprint on the front, an advertisement extolling the virtues of cocoa on the back.
And then Watson's face is left. That's it, right?
His look of concentration is occasionally interrupted by him wetting his lips and clearing his throat slightly. I have just observed something important. I should enter my brain attic later in order to see if I can make any deductions.
Okay, so let's do that now. How do we enter that? Oh, that's the attic, yeah.
Welcome to my brain attic. I like to think of my mind as space full of well-chosen materials, information which I can draw on in order to complete my work. I keep a record here of people who are significant to me, represented by portraits on the walls. The blackboard is very important. I use it to combine observations I've made in order to make deductions. Metaphorically, of course.
So are we gonna go see the blackboard? Facts you discovered will appear in the box below. You can combine them to make deductions and further your investigation. Have some important news to share with Watson when I know that he is quite comfortable. Watson keeps clearing his throat. Can I help Watson? Watson insists that he does not require anything, but I want to be absolutely certain I should examine him and the room for clues. Okay, so I need like one more box, I guess, to do something else. Do we examine the
Should not
portrait
be
here?
by rights. This is a place of facts, of logic. He's a distracting factor, grit in a sensitive instrument. Yet I find I want him here all the same.
And what about Mycroft?
My brother Mycroft. He is my superior in observation and deduction, although he does not have the energy or ambition to be a detective. Instead, he uses his capacity of storing facts in aid of the government. Indeed, it could be said that occasionally he is the British government.
Understood. Can we pick it up? No. What about this one? No. What else can we do? Make use?
Keepers.
Converse?
I would prefer to talk to.
Yeah, let's go back, I guess. So, are we then talking with Watson? Have you ever considered getting a dog? I will let you return. Let's ask about the stories. I don't know.
Have you written any stories lately?
I've had some attempts at jotting down some historical fiction, but I'm struggling to find a home for them. I may make an attempt at writing up more of your cases. The affair of the dancing men would be popular, don't you think?
It certainly had a touch of the sensational about it.
And about a
Have
dog?
you ever considered getting a dog, Watson?
Sometimes. I am fond of dogs.
Indeed.
Oh,
Yet they aren't
sorry, I
all
skipped that
excellent
accidentally.
Noses. You remember old Toby, kept by Mr. Sherman? If we had a little more space, and I thought Mrs. Hudson would allow it, I may have thought to buy him and have him here with us. But now both man and dog are long dead. Oh hum. Such is the way of things. I will let you return to your book.
So we didn't learn any new facts? Okay, what I want to do is let's turn on the autoplay. It will make more sense. So, but we didn't learn. Did we get a notification when we get something here? Watson keeps clearing his throat. So what? Sherlock Holmes, Persian slippers? Are we taking them?
Do not need to carry.
Inspecting?
Silk embroidered.
Yeah, nothing useful. Morocco case?
Suddenly pick it up after a decade of vehemently ignoring it. Watson would be distressed.
Okay. Can we make use of
Nearly
it?
Decades.
No.
My apologies in disobeying your command.
Okay, can we
It is
inspect
a
it?
small leather traveling case with a velvet. You may wonder why I still keep it here at all.
Yeah, nothing useful. Wait,
Holmes?
Are you...
Perfectly fine, Doctor. Please continue with your book.
jackknife. Plate?
The remains of Watson's dinner. From the colour of the sauce and a distinct smell, I think that the
Lamb.
delicious dish, which has sometimes even induced me to overindulge, I have just observed something important. I should enter my brain attic later in order to see if I can make any
Okay, so he said that it's salty, so that's why Watson keeps on basically licking. keeps clearing his throat, yeah.
He's eaten the curry, and now he's clearing his throat often and licking his lips. I conclude that he is rather thirsty. Hardly my most illuminating deduction, I grant you. However, the mechanism remains the same when I'm solving much more complex problems. I should find him something to drink. I could ring for Mrs. Hudson, but Watson would find it more charming if I were to find him something to drink myself.
Okay, understood. So we're trying to give him a drink. How are we gonna do that? What do this mean? No clue. Guess again, are we using
I
that?
do not want to move it. It fits right.
No. Okay, then we're taking the
Yes,
speaker.
I shall take the beaker.
Yeah. Okay. Chemistry set, are we...
If I pick up my equipment and take it away from the table, I do not want to repeat the zinc.
Okay, are we inspecting this?
Set solutions to some of my most
No. Are we making use of
Not
it?
at the moment, please. I can.
No. Okay, but the items do appear here. Okay, are we using this gas again? Yeah.
There. I now have a beaker full of carbonated water.
Good enough, so we can give it to Watson, right?
Here you are, my dear fellow. You seem to be thirsty after your curried lamb. Apologies for the container. Mrs. Hudson seems to have purloined all our glasses. It is clean, I assure you.
Thank you, Holmes. You are right. I am thirstier than I realized. I will trust that you have avoided cross-contamination when it comes to your scientific equipment, and that this is not an attempt to poison me.
Well, I've done that for him at least. Perhaps I should stop delaying. There's something important I need to speak to him about.
Okay, so we're speaking to him now. Sure. Converse. If you must discuss something
Wait a
important.
moment. The thing I wish to say to Watson is quite significant. Am I ready to take this step?
Of course.
Watson, we must discuss something important. Earlier, you presumed that I was berating myself for allowing you to come to harm. Well, my thoughts have turned that way often, ever since you were injured. It was not what I was thinking in that moment. Rather, I was trying to decide how to share some important news with you. I have decided to retire.
Retire?
Yes, to sequester myself away on the farm of my dreams. I have a notion to take up beekeeping.
Give up your detective work? Surely not. You are simply upset because I was hurt. In a week or two...
No, I'm quite certain. In fact, I purchased a cottage and some land in Sussex several months ago. I do not crave the thrill of detection as I once did. It is a task for a young man, and I am no longer young. It is time to move on.
But what am I to do?
Whatever you like, Watson. I'm not your keeper. It is rather a
Beekeeper. Huh.
Holmes, you know that I will never tire of your company. A countryside retirement sounds idyllic. Yet, this is very sudden. I am not certain I am ready for that kind of seclusion. I still have a few decades' worth of a perfectly respectable medical career ahead of me, and people here who rely on me.
Once I fail to supply the curious adventures which thrill you and provide you with material for your sordid magazine stories, you lose interest in me. Is that it?
Of course not. You know that is not true.
Or perhaps you've set your sights on marrying the sensible and pretty matron who brings you flowers and writes you sweet nothings. If you propose, I'm certain she will agree. She has not been subtle about her intentions.
Holmes, you are being childish.
Yes, I suppose I am.
Of course, I will come with you if you need me. If you ask me to join you, I will.
No, I cannot ask
Is
you
he
to be
proposing?
loyal and true to a fault, my dear, dear Watson. And I'm certain that you would give up your passions to join me in mine. If you did, a seed of resentment would be sown which might drive us apart in the end. I could not endure that.
It seems That we are being drawn along different paths, then.
Yes,
Strange, isn't it?
yes. Very strange.
They were wonderful years, weren't they? I loved every moment.
Watson, they were glorious. We were glorious.
You won't vanish on me, will you, Holmes? You won't simply disappear without telling me you were going. I could not bear that.
No, I think I have a little more sense these days than to engage in those kinds of theatrics. Should you need me, Watson, you will find me in Sussex, keeping bees and reading philosophy, and you will always be very, very welcome.
Interesting. I do remember Holmes retiring, but I don't remember wanting to retire. He spoke, I think, about that, but I don't remember him wanting to do like something to do with bees. But we'll see.
Watson, are you going to loiter on my doorstep all morning?
Good afternoon, Holmes. My word, you look well. I don't think I've ever seen you with so much flesh on your bones and colour in your cheeks.
I remain as wiry as ever under the knitwear, I assure you.
I must apologise for turning up out of the blue like this. I know I should have written to you ahead of time. My ship came in this morning and I found myself unceremoniously deposited back in England. I couldn't face the hubbub of London. I really am dog-tired. And you do have rather a good track record of perking me up when I'm back from a war. So I hoped, if it is at all inconvenient, then you must tell me. I am certain I can find alternative accommodation.
Watson, kindly stop talking nonsense. Come inside, get out of that uniform, and make yourself at home. You must stay for as long as you like, my dear, dear Watson. Watson is by my side again. I must ensure that he's able to rest and recuperate. Find a way to tell him, well, many things. But how? A picnic, perhaps, on the cliff tops. He would like that. The perfect moment of peace and tranquility after the bloodshed he has seen, all the lives he has saved and not managed to save. I will ask my housekeeper for suggestions for what I will need. She can generally be found in the kitchen.
Okay, pretty clear. So we're going to the kitchen, and then
It is perfectly fine.
so door to kitchen. How the heck do we go
Nothing
there?
like an-
Make use? Oh, okay. So well, we will be doing a picnic, huh? So converse. Just go straight ahead to
Martha,
picnic.
I'm planning
Question.
a surprise picnic for Watson. What key components would you suggest are required?
A surprise picnic, eh? This isn't secretly some scheme, is it?
Scheme?
You're not setting this up in order to capture a gang of counterfeiters or such like?
No, I am setting this up in order to enjoy a picnic.
Oh, well, it was worth checking. I would have thought the location is very important. A quiet spot with a beautiful view, perhaps. You will need a hamper of food, naturally. I recall from his previous visits that the doctor is very partial to Mrs. Kumar's elderflower cordial. I imagine he would appreciate a bottle.
A hamper of picnic food, a bottle of elderflower cordial, and a quiet spot to enjoy both. I think that can be arranged. Thank you.
Damn, I just hate so much that those picture frames mouths move when they're not supposed to, not in sync with the voiceover. Can you make me a hamper of food for me? Maybe let's go with that.
Can you make a hamper of food for me?
Certainly. When do you need it by?
Lunchtime today.
Mr. Holmes, I do not have time to drop everything, go to the shops, acquire additional food, and make you a picnic in time for lunch. Perhaps you could postpone your plans a few days.
No, no, Martha, no. It is vital. It is paramount that I will arrange the picnic hamper myself.
Clear, so we're saying goodbye then.
Goodbye, sir. You will keep out of mischief, won't you?
Of course. Any food here? No fridge or something like that? Yeah, no. But maybe we could call
Hello,
someone?
operator. The Diogenes Club, London, if you please. Yes, hello.
Oh, we're just traveling there immediately? This like a taxi? Oh, no.
My dear Sherlock, how can I be of assistance?
Ask for
I'd
advice?
like to
No
ask your
clue.
advice.
How can I help?
I have nothing to ask advice about.
No?
So
Goodbye.
I didn't know by calling who the heck I will reach, so now we do know. So we cannot go to the second floor. Then we're going. Wait, or can we?
You simply wish to know how many bedrooms I have, don't you? Oh, very well.
Okay. Door to Holmes' rooms. Some bullet holes. Okay. So yeah, let's, I don't know, go to Holmes' room. Oh, bed warming pan. Okay, yeah. Papers. Do we take those?
Best to keep them there where I.
Okay. I guess no. Never mind. Let's just go downstairs. There's nothing to see here, basically. And yeah, let's go to the living room. Lamp. It's a pity. Creepy dog statue. Oh yeah, indeed, that is creepy. It's a pity that we cannot just select items which can be inspected because pretty difficult. Wait, are we taking maybe in advance the bee suit with us? Maybe we'll need it. No? Yeah, good. The violin, I don't know. Are we taking it? Okay. Lamp, I guess we're not taking. Gramophone?
Sadly,
No. What about this creepy
No.
dog? No. What about... Oh, it's still a gramophone. Okay, so there's nothing else to collect there. Then I guess we're moving somewhere. Dobby, tree. Okay. A honey extractor. So I guess... Assume to do that, we would need to equip this, and now we can go there.
Device is best used on. Come now, what do you wish me to use the
Smoker? Okay.
I should remove my protective clothing.
Okay, I have no clue what I'm doing. The bees are here. Okay, so
The hat and gloves.
now we put them on, and now we move and collect the honey, I
I
guess.
refuse.
That would disturb the
It's
bees.
reckless to open the hive without insurance.
The bees are calm first, so the
It's
smoker.
been known for time out of mind that bees are calmed by smoke. The precise mechanism is a matter of hot debate in apian circles. I am of the opinion that bees communicate danger by releasing subtle smells to one another, which the smoke interrupts. I wrote a short monograph on the subject, if you're interested.
No, thanks.
It only takes a light touch.
Okay, so
I refuse.
that's finally okay.
There's a full tray of excess honey here.
So that's it, or are we also taking honey from there?
Take any more honey.
Okay, we're not taking any more honey. Clear. Yeah, there's nothing there. So are we doing something with the honey extractor, I assume? We are.
The honey is now in the extractor. I will take the empty tray with me.
Okay. Empty hive tray. So what, do we like place it back here, I assume?
I should put my protective clothing.
I guess so.
I will put this back. There you.
Okay. So what? Yeah, we're kinda done. Honey extractor is there. Can we take out the honey out of it now?
Now, be specific. What do you wish me to use?
We need something to extract the honey with. Are we inspecting Watson, maybe?
Dr. John H. Watson, my stalwart biographer, intimate friend, and erstwhile partner in the art of detection.
Watson boots.
He is wearing his sturdiest boots, the ones he usually reserves for muddy walks.
Clear. Fake
There are
mustache.
crumbs on his moustache. Toast, I believe.
Hands.
Clearly, he has been writing this morning. He has ink stains on his hands. Also, I observed him doing it.
How strange that you do know that, then. Okay, so there's nothing else that we can check. Yeah. Okay, so let's leave. Are we conversing with him?
Watson, wake up.
How are you feeling? I have a surprise for you. About you. I have noticed something about you, dear fellow. Let's say I have a surprise for you.
Let me think. Am I ready to spring my surprise on Watson?
Uh, Actually, no, but what if we say
A
yes?
surprise for you.
A surprise?
Yes. One worth waking up for, I assure you. Follow me.
But we have no food.
What's all this then?
It is a picnic. Naturally.
I see. Holmes?
Yes, dear fellow.
I can't help but notice that for a picnic, there is a distinct lack of food and drink.
Indeed, yes. I must ask for your forgiveness on that point. You see, I did not want to play the game.
The game?
Yes, it's quite obvious to me that this world you and I inhabit is pure artifice. It exists merely for entertainment, or perhaps for art. Haven't you noticed that there is no way for us to leave the village of Fulworth? That the interior of my house in no way corresponds to the exterior? That I've been led by an unseen guide to perform some quite strange actions?
Well, that is disconcerting. If you are right, Holmes, and we are in some make-believe world, I'm pleased that the person who created it ensured that we should be here together in such a beautiful place.
We can hardly exist apart, I think.
Do you suppose the unseen hand that has been guiding your path has enjoyed spending time here with us?
Perhaps. I imagine it was a small diversion, at least.
You know, Holmes, with all this talk of picnics, I am rather hungry. Perhaps we should go to the pub for a meal. Unless the pub doesn't exist.
Oh, no, dear Watson. I don't think you need to fear on that count. The game has come to a close. And so, you and I are free to walk off into the wider world of the imagination, where there is a little thatched-roofed pub nearby, which will serve us a quite excellent cottage pie. And we can enjoy one another's company for all eternity. Come along.
Interesting conversation. So, did I complete the game without having a proper picnic? Or this is merely an intro? Well, I cannot exit this. Uh, well, I assume it is an intro because, Wait, or did I read that this is like a short game? Well, no, I assume that definitely this is an intro. Oh, yeah, there are Mr. Whitelock, Ruffle the Clown, so there are a lot more people included. So it's just strange that you cannot skip the credits. I haven't seen that for quite a while, you know? Hmm. Gulabatu, background NPCs. Beta, beta testers. Because Holmes likes bees. Okay. An original work featuring characters created by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. That's a long name. And Sir. Wait, what? Um, I completed the game? Seriously? Okay. What the heck? Um, is it like the ending that I got? Because I didn't give him any, like, food? Something like that? What the heck? Yeah, I think that's the case. Wow. Uh, I don't know. I'll check that later on, but actually, the idea of the game is nice, but I could not say that I did really enjoy playing it that much. Uh, I don't know. Something was off for me. I didn't find it that interesting. Uh, I do get the main idea that this basically level poses as introduction level to this whole game and mechanism you can use. The telephone, as I assume, then is here in order so that you could like ask for hints to Minecraft and call him. But I don't know. I didn't find it that interesting. What bothered me the most is that while they talk, you see the portrait, and mouse do some movement, and the movement doesn't match with the voiceover text, with the voiceover audio, basically. So that's what I didn't like. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it could be a nice game, but I'm actually also, well, do like Sherlock. Uh, I do like the other games of Sherlock Holmes, the original ones. I do like the TV show. That was amazing. It's like my favorite TV show. I haven't read, unfortunately, somehow any books of it. I have read other detectives a lot, but yeah, I don't know. Probably will need to do that someday. But yeah, I don't know. I do get that. Yeah, it definitely probably was that I suggested him to go to the picnic table. And it was just a straightforward ending of the game because I just skipped most of the parts. But I'm just not sure how was I able to go to other locations, to the shop, for example, to collect food. So, no clue regarding that. But because I didn't see any other locations where I can go. But the idea is good, I guess. I just do not know. I didn't like it that much, as I said previously, for some reason. I just don't feel it, you know? When sometimes you can feel it that you do enjoy a game or you do like it immediately. And for this one, before I started playing it, I thought, yeah, I of course will be completing it to the fullest. But you know what? No, I didn't like it that much. So, yeah. Well, if I were to rate it as I do my ratings between thumbs up, thumbs down, here, I would just go for somewhere in the middle. It's nice that it has voiceover, but it's nice that you can achieve different endings, I assume, but I don't know. As I said, I didn't like other things, so yeah. So that will be it from me. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye.